We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your dials. This is the Slash Brothers podcast. And yeah, it's the party.
Yeah.
It's the Halloween party. It's the Halloween party. Yeah, we in the building. We in the building. Let's get it.
Let's get
What
the
up?
music going.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name
The
is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest.
Can you
podcast
dig it,
of all
sucker?
time.
Sucker.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Try Jesus, not me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I fight.
Ace Kennedy, my Joker brother from another mother.
What's up?
Hey man, I'm glad here. I don't recall that we actually got a chance to do a themed episode last year though, man. So I was pretty excited about this one though, man.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. You know, I'm real festive when it comes to Halloween. Actually got a nice little Halloween party I'm headed to after the pod today. And I did not pick out my costume this year because if you've seen anything from me, you know I was the Joker before. But baby Charlie decided she was gonna be Harley Quinn, and she told me I had to be the Joker. So
Hey,
here we are.
so I saw the pictures of her Harley Quinn though, man. Looks dope, cute as can be as always.
Yeah, I told her I was gonna put the tattoos on her face once I got done because she's ready to take pictures and stuff like that. So no, I'm excited, man.
Hey man, give it to me then. Best thing you've seen all week.
Man, best thing that I seen all week was I got a chance to kick it with the boy Dukes. Just that father-son time we had. I got to give him something that was key for him. Like he called me out the blue yesterday, was like, yo, appreciate you giving me X, Y, and Z. Like it really came through. So yeah, just seeing his excitement, man. It was pretty dope. And there will be another best thing that I've seen this week, but it won't be until later on. That's all I can really say. But yeah, pretty excited.
Hey man, for me, this is one thing that's so two things that I think that I've seen. The best thing I've seen this week. So I wanted to shout out to my boy Courtney jumping in on here as well in the comments out there as well. And listen, if you haven't already, as we always say, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook page. We are live on both platforms on every episode. You can be like the homeboy Courtney Davis as well. But listen, I'm going to give Courtney Davis as one of the best things I've seen this week, though, man. I'm very happy that my bro done finally wrapped up his short film. They have a trailer that they're putting out on Halloween. So dope little thing. I kind of got a chance to be like a little production assistant for for their set that they were doing though, man. Real dope concept. I gotta have when it drops, I gotta have him come on, man, and talk through the whole thing. But it's a zombie short film, basically. That I don't want to spoil it too much.
I'm about to say you already given the plot. Just
listen. I'm saying it's different. I'll tell you this. So the movie is a zombie couple who moves into a neighborhood and are trying to kind of normalize zombies moving into a neighborhood. Really dope. I was glad to be a part of it, but more than that, I'm glad that the homie done officially wrapped it on up, and they're looking to go ahead and put that trailer on up, and it looks to be one of several projects that they will be putting out here over the next year. And I thought that it was pretty dope that he was able to formally announce that with his partner while going live on his wife's Instagram live page, kept it all in the family. So it was real dope. So I'm hoping that we can go ahead and have him as part of their PR tour, stop by and talk about the actual film, and then have us even debut it though, man.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to, man. Met Courtney when I was out there in Atlanta. Real cool dude. Already feels like family. So I'm super duper excited. Cannot wait to see what he brings to the industry.
Hey, second thing that I don't think, this is one that I don't think that people are talking about nearly enough, though, bro. Not nearly enough. I saw the boy Iman Shumpert getting down on Dancing with Stars. Now, listen, I've never been one to, you watch it casually enough to know, like I've seen Nelly get on there and get down. I've seen some people, you kind of get a gist of who's on there over the years. But I think it has been pretty cool though to see Iman Shumpert get out there, because I don't know that I've seen very many basketball players get on there. I've seen football players get on there. I think Jason Taylor was on there, as a matter of fact, in one. But Iman Shumpert is the only basketball player that comes to mind to me. And I think the one thing that I love about it, though, bro, is that you can really tell that he's taking it serious, and that he's not out there being like too cool for school. Like I think when Master P was out there and did it, Master P was just kind of doing this thing, and it was like, all right, I ain't gonna go that far. But for him to be 6'6" out there, though, man, and is out here getting it, though, man, looks fluid. It's phenomenal. They had a Halloween themed version of it, of a show this past week, and they got all tens from the judges out there. But phenomenal to see this tall dude out there getting it out there, though, man. I was blown away, though, man. And I don't think that some people do talk about it, but it's not nearly as big of a topic as I think it would be, though, man. Incredible.
Yeah, the thing is he has a lot to live up to. His wife is an incredible dancer. So he ain't trying to be the lone wolf in the family that can't get down. So I'm proud of him.
And not just that, was voted Maxim sexiest woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yo, other thing, man, shout out to the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros in the World Series right now. I've been watching my Braves, man, but I had to turn it off, man, when I feel like me watching is that messed up juju. I got to get off of it. Yeah. Big shout out to my Braves, bro.
Listen, man, I generally, for most sports, aside from football, and Tony Parker, I mildly, on some level, root for all Texas teams, right? Especially on that stage. And I do root for the Astros, but this one I'm kind of torn though, man, because I do consider myself a Braves fan. And I was talking to somebody today, and they was like, "Well, how exactly are you a Braves fan?" I was like, "Well, when you really think about it, when we was growing up, the Braves were the only thing that was on TV. Like you can watch the Braves at any time on TBS, and so that was the first baseball team that I actually got a chance to actually watch it and see them, throughout some long duration. So I probably was a Braves fan before I started saying, all right, I also like the Rangers. I root for the Rangers hard, but yeah, man, I am excited though, man, that the Braves are there though, man. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because Listen, Atlanta has not had the best of all lucks as far as it being a sports town. So I'm hoping that at least this time, at least for some of the for some of the original ATLians though, man, that they can come through on this one, man.
Yeah, that'd be super dope. And for me growing up, you would have thought I was from Chicago because I liked all the Chicago teams. I was a Cubs fan, I was the Bulls fan, the Bears fan. So, but then it just, something about Atlanta, the Atlanta Braves, man, just that was my dad's team growing up, and that's always been the team that I rooted for, regardless. So,
And girl
yeah,
Brittany Rose says she go hard for all Atlanta teams. I listen. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I like the Hawks. I like the Hawks. I you'll never see me ever root for the Falcons, like ever, just because I'm a Saints fan. But I think that I do like the Hawks and I do like the Braves. When I moved to Atlanta, I that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be a homer because it's we're living in a city that has a team though, right?
yeah.
And so it wasn't that case. So I like for Oklahoma City, like Oklahoma is like a third home for me, right? And so I feel like, yeah, man, just because of the love, I got to root for them as well, though, man. So,
Well, that
um,
was the thing. When Jordan retired, I realized I wasn't really a Bulls fan. I was more so a Jordan fan. So I just started liking players. But when the Oklahoma City Thunder came into development, I think 11 years ago now, uh, it was it was one of those things that I had to be here from the start. So I'm the fact that when they started, I became a fan of the Thunder. That's who I ride with. So that's my squad.
hey, let me ask you this though, man.
What's up?
There's a couple things we got to get into,
Yeah.
right? First off, though, bro, what? Listen, is it just me, right? Is it just me, or is it that Jada Pinkett Smith just keeps down and Will and down in them, and that it just seems like right when it gets low, and you think, oh, it can't get no worse. She just says, you know what? Hold my beer. Let me show you.
I don't. I think it's just you.
Let me tell
What?
you where I'm going with that.
Yeah, tell me where you going with it, because I think I know what you're talking about, and it's just you.
Okay, so the interesting thing here, right, is that it first came out about the whole August Alsina thing, right?
Mhm.
Then the boy Will had to come there and sit through it, and that's what she formally described it as an entanglement or whatever. So fast forward, there was one thing that came out about them. Oh. What eventually came out after that was they were talking on the red table about her love for Tupac, right? And it
Mhm.
felt like when you hear this passionate description of him, like Tupac was her first love, and it's almost like Will Smith was just kind of like the secondary catch or whatever. So then now, right? She comes out and she's talking with, and what's it? I don't know who the hell it
Gwyneth
was.
Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow is who they were talking about. And so Gwyneth Paltrow, they're talking, and she's like, "Yeah, there's this conversation that you think that you have with somebody you've been with." She said, "Me and Will been married for 20 some years, and you think, especially when it comes to sex, well, if you love me, you know what I like, especially in that regard." So, bro, but it just seems like to me, like I know that they're very honest with the information that they put out about their relationships. Like I can respect that. Hey, once you go ahead and pretty much put out there that, yeah, I was sliding out with something on the side. The very least thing that you can do if you talk about your relationship, your marriage, is to be as brutally honest as possible. But it just seems like I'm like, yo, why is she jumping on my boy Will like that so hard though, man? Every time it's
Oh,
something new where it feels like she's turning the knife a little bit more.
bro, did you listen to the whole interview, or you just heard the clip?
I saw the whole interview because I
Okay.
didn't want to be one of those people who just saw a clip.
Okay, because from what I got from that, all she was saying was that communication was key when it comes to couples and sex. So she even doubled down and said, "Me and Will have not had it." She came out on Twitter and said, "Me and Will have never had an issue with in the bedroom activities." And from the interview, all she was doing was saying is that, like, the older we've gotten, the more we've begin to communicate. But it's still hard for me to kind of tell him everything that I want. But I'm more so, it's easy for me to ask him what he wants. So the notion that people are trying to link the two, when she was just having a conversation with Gwyneth Paltrow about relationships and how sex is so important, talking about sex is so important, that's where I'm like, nah, it's just you, because it's
See, I think that
people are
the
reaching.
need to clarify, the need to give the additional, content about it. I think that to me almost speaks to, well, let me just clarify
No, no, no,
just
no,
in case
no,
it
no.
wasn't
The
clear.
reason she clarified is because people were atting her about it, reaching with the information. So that she didn't just volunteer that information. People was atting her about the fact that, oh, what you trying to say, that Will can't give you this, so that's why you slid out with August. No, has nothing to
Hey,
do with that.
hey,
She had,
it's easy to draw the conclusion to me.
it's easy to draw that conclusion if you're looking for that. Because like I said, when I heard just the clip, and before I even saw the explanation or anything, she's clearly said in relationships. So that's what I'm saying. It has so people took that and ran with it. So that's what I'm saying. Nah, it's you.
She gave him the alley oop, bro, and she set the pass up, and you just go ahead and dunk the
Well,
conclusion. That's
well,
how I
listen,
looked at it.
I wouldn't expect nothing less from you, because anytime somebody say something, you're gonna read between the lines. I'm
Gotta
glad
read between the
Courtney,
lines, bro.
I'm,
That's
I'm
where
glad Courtney see what I'm talking about.
no, a lot of the facts are between the lines, bro. Yeah, so I did think that was I did think that was interesting though, bro. Um, the other thing too that I think that's just pretty that I saw. Oh my God, Ace Kennedy, have you heard the new Young Miami from City Girls? Have you heard the new song that she has? I think it's
What's it called?
rap treat trap nasty something. I forgot the name
Yeah,
of it though, bro.
I heard it. I heard it.
Hey, okay, let me ask you this though, bro.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask you first. What first for you listen to the song?
Yeah.
First impression of it.
I mean, it's not for me. I mean, she just got on there, was calling out a whole bunch of people, saying that, she would do X, Y, and Z. So I just think it's just her spitting some bars. I think this is a level of troll. That's all I think it is. I think that just like how, if you ain't got no song or nothing out, and all the young kids is out there doing whatever on IG or whatever the case may be, those are the things that come up. And I just think she threw a song out there, was trolling.
So I agree with you. I agree with you. Here's the thing that's always that I'm a little biased, right, when it comes to her in particular, man, because okay, so listen, there are certain people where it doesn't matter what they say. I just don't think I like the sound of their voice. Right?
I didn't like the bar. I didn't like the timbre of the bar, like the flow.
So here's where I'm going with it. Here's where I'm going with that too, because that's a good point. So I think that what's crazy about it, bro, is that I already don't particularly care for her voice. And then when I hear it, every time I've ever heard her flow, she seems like she's just a little offbeat. Like, oh no, she's just not quite. And I think that people have called her out on that. Like, she won't just rap on beat. And so this was another one of those songs that was a little offbeat. And what was crazy about it though, bro, is that the beat in itself was fire, dude. I was like, yo, this is almost like you getting somebody to rap on like a boom bap style beat. Like I never would have expected her to be on that particular kind of song, though, man. So then it's like when you own that song, you can't hide being offbeat. It stands out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I do think that it was. What I do think is I don't think that anybody looks at her and says, "Oh, you know what? She coming with them bars. She gonna be lyricist of the year. She trying to win whatever." So for that reason, though, man, I do think from a trolling perspective, it nothing else. Like she did it at a good time because nothing else is popping just right now this second until at least you know what I'm saying Halloween. She has a video out for it, and it looks very much Halloween themed, basically, though, man. But I do think that it was just it. I like it for her for what
Yeah, I
it
just think it's a
was.
conversation starter. That's all it was to me.
Yeah, but I do laugh because there is I like I love seeing the responses and the fact that people are responding to it and are talking about it. That's her win. Like I don't think that she was ever saying, "Oh no, I'm about to kill everybody with these bars." But
No,
she
it was a conversation starter, and it did exactly that. Like I said, whenever you, the thing is that relevancy in the music business is a part of the business. I mean, that's the whole thing. Out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? There's very few artists that can, pop up whenever they want to. Like, you got to be, damn near Jay-Z, Beyonce status in order to not really do anything, and then all of a sudden just drop music out the sky. And Rihanna, everybody's waiting for her to drop music, and she ain't really been out there like that. So there's a few artists that can do that, but she's a younger artist, and so I don't think she's quite there yet to where she could do that. So this is something just to get people talking, and hey, people will probably be looking for some new music after this.
Hey, listen, man. I think the thing that's crazy is that I think that what's funny about that is that she said that she did it because it's almost like a shout out to the rappers that was hot, right? Right. There's a lot rap in general is hot. How does this been in quite some time in terms of quantity of maybe popular songs, right? Everybody has something for them, but I think that what was funny about that though are some of the names that she dropped and some of the things that she said. Like she name dropped Diddy, and there was a there was a rumor that her and Diddy were like kind of doing a thing or whatever. So I thought that that was pretty cool to keep them talking. She name dropped the boy Moneybag Yo, name dropped Megan Thee Stallion as well.
Tory
Uh,
Lanez,
Tory Lanez.
Yo Gotti.
Uh, yeah. Yo Gotti. No, I think was it Yo Gotti or Moneybag Yo. But
Uh, I
it
thought
felt
she said
almost
Yo
like
Gotti though.
the baby,
Yeah,
Cardi B. Like I think that the one thing that was crazy, what it reminded me of, is that it reminded me almost like how 50 Cent dropped How to Rob, right?
she said 50's name too.
Yeah, she said 50s, but it reminded me of when 50 Cent dropped How to Rob and he was naming all of these, industry people that he would rob and all this other stuff. So I thought that that aspect of it was similar, but I was more so surprised with the beat. Like it wasn't like no hot girl summer type beats and not none of that stuff though, man. This was like a beat that you would think somebody got bars was gonna spit to though, bro. So that's the
Yeah.
thing that I thought that was surprising though.
Well, speaking of new songs, bro, did you hear Dame Dollar's freestyle?
I did hear Dame's freestyle though, bro. I did hear it.
Yeah.
I thought that it was dope. Um,
I love
but
the truths that he dropped about the NBA in it,
yeah, yeah,
because he talked about the Melo situation. He talked about joining the super team and why he didn't. Uh, and then he said, uh, he talked about Bradley Beal.
yeah. He was talking.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was getting busy, bro. I like his perspective on, of course, he's like, I've been an outsider when it comes to basketball, and I feel that way when it comes to music too. So it's one of those things, man, to hear him speak his truth about stuff. So yeah, it was dope to hear him go hard.
yo. One of the things that I'm looking forward to hearing the whole. I saw that the boy Mario had a little snippet put out there of the song with him and Chris Brown. It sounded like fire. And listen, I told you before. To me, the one thing that about Chris Brown is that his content was starting to be very redundant and repetitive to me. Everything that Tory Lanez said the other day that we didn't get a chance to really get into very much. Uh, but it was predictable. I knew what Chris Brown was going to talk about. But I love when Chris Brown is singing like love kind of songs. So from the snippet that I heard, this one doesn't sound anything like the recent Chris Brown content. So I want to check that whole thing out though, bro. But it sounded fire though from that snippet.
Yeah, it did, and I'm happy for Mario. I'm doing my rewatch, or not even a rewatch. I'm still going through Empire, and I'm just on the season now where he's actually an artist on there. So I like Mario, man.
Yeah, I've always liked Mario as well. I always thought that he could just flat out sing. Everybody, you have those people that says, "Oh, whatever happened to him?" Or the good thing here is that it still does show that if you got the talent and the right song, can put you right back into the game. Because I think this song, if the whole song is anything like the snippet, I think that it's a solid one for him though, bro. Very
Yeah.
very good song for him though, man.
Yeah, it's super dope, man. I'm happy for Mario. Can't wait to hear the whole thing. But speaking of whole things, have you heard Tank's new song? I know you got the notification, bro. Every
No,
time his new songs, every time his songs drop.
Tell me about the new Tank song.
So he basically took I Deserve, the old song that he came out with back when he first started out, or when he was very first introduced majorly. He did I Deserve, where he flipped it and he kind of did like a remix. So I thought it was dope. It's kind of 2021 I Deserve, but the beat is flipped. He kind of sampled himself. Man, he the truth, bro.
Listen, I think that is interesting though, man. That where I think that comes into play is that a lot of these older artists from like the '90s are all talking about. He was one of the people who was talking that I remember saying about labels who just have a lot of their music shelved, and I think that because it was background music, were some of the ones that were also behind while it was a lot of Aaliyah's estate, I think that they were some of the same ones that had some of this music that was tabled to where you couldn't get some of those old Tanks on there. I believe now that Tank owns the masters to those songs now. So he would be able to re-release that music, put it on streaming platforms. But to your point, he would be able to sample the old music though, man, and then do something with it. So I think that's dope.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I don't want to get us struck, but just hear this.
How did he get the drop?
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ace. I wasn't that impressed with that little snippet. It was just okay. Like it was just okay. If that wasn't Tank, you would have thought,
Charles, you heard him say one line. You didn't even hear him say a whole line. You heard.
I wasn't that impressed with the beat, the everything else. Like no, I'd have to hear the whole thing. I wasn't that blown away with that. If that's all I had to hear, I wouldn't have just, let me go get this new, let me go check out this new Tank. Nah.
I cut the sample off so that we wouldn't get struck.
Maybe you cut it off at the wrong part, bro. Because it was just regular.
How about these Lakers losing to my Thunder, bro?
Listen, who can't beat the Lakers these days, though, bro? And listen, okay, Ace Kennedy.
What's up?
Since we talking of it, since you brought this up on the timing, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't think that the Lakers are going to win the championship. I've like this. I don't think, listen, Ace. I want to see, maybe because LeBron has been out. And I'm going to chalk it up to that. But, Ace, I'm going to be honest with you, man. They keep saying, we need Russ to just go and do Russ. And I know that you mentioned that, Russ made the adjustments at the Rockets. He made the adjustments at the Wizards. And because he made the adjustments, they salvaged the season and they got to, the playoffs. I get all of that. I think the part that I'm where I'm kind of conflicted, bro, is that I don't think that the Lakers can get to the finals with Russ doing Russ. I think he has to do something different.
So you're telling me, from what I'm hearing you say, is the reason the Lakers are struggling is because of Russell Westbrook. That's what I'm hearing you say.
That's not what you heard me say. If
you
was reading between the lines.
No, listen, because hold on, come on. Let me tell you why I heard that. The reason why I heard that is because you just said you don't think the Lakers are going to go to the finals unless Russell Westbrook changes up his stuff. But The game that they just won prior to the Thunder was because of Russell Westbrook.
Now I think that here's where I'm going with that, because even though they won that game because of Russell Westbrook, I think that they could have very easily lost that game because of Russell Westbrook.
But they
And
did.
but what I'm saying though, Ace, is that when I look at them, I think the problem is this. I do respect everything about Russ's game, and I don't just thumb my nose up at the fact that he got the triple doubles. That means something. I like his effort, I like his energy, I like everything about that. But at the same time, though, bro, I just think that at the end of the day, Russ's contributions to his teams as a primary decision maker, like doing Russ, that there's still something to the fact that he led the league in turnovers, for the last couple of years. And my thing is that I just don't think that if you can just I don't think that the Lakers can win with Russ just completely doing Russ. I think that Russ is going to have to make the adjustments. See, Russ, when he made the adjustments in the past, it was like, oh, I'm going to make some adjustments to me doing Russ, right? I'm going to still do me, but I'm going to make the adjustments. I just think that what they need to do is just not have Russ do him completely. I think that he just needs to do the rebounding, and that's fine. I just don't think that they need Russ to handle the ball as much.
So when are you gonna put some blame on Anthony Davis?
When
you gonna put some blame on the rest of the players?
No, listen. If we were assigning blame, I go 80. And listen, I go 20% to LeBron, 40% to AD, 40% to Russ. Right now, I think that's why their record is what there is. And the reason for that, though, man, is that, like, even still, I don't really see that. I don't see that. So here's my thing. And the only reason why I give AD as much blame is that I just think that AD doesn't command. Like, even though he tried to get into the little tough guy shoving thingy with Dwight Howard, it still wasn't enough. Like, he doesn't, to me, that he doesn't command that give me the ball, right? And so if LeBron is out and you don't command that, then to me, if you know that in the last couple of years that Russ has led the league in turnovers while he's led it in all these other great things, it hasn't manifested into that next level. So it's like you need to save Russ from Russ. And in order to save Russ from Russ, you need to not have him be your primary ball handler or your primary decision maker. So to me, that means that LeBron James would have to play more of the point guard. And then I think that you'd be fine, because I think that you could just say, okay, well, Russ, just score. Take the decision out of you being a facilitator, because I know that he's led the league in assists, but I mean, but if he's leading the league, if he's led the league in turnovers as much as he has, though, bro, that just also means that he's probably not as great of a passer as he's an okay passer. He just gets the assist on effort and energy. I'm looking at, it's one thing for you to have turnovers. Everybody's going to have them. But when I look at his turnovers, all of his are just, I mean, the 70% of the ones that I saw were from just terrible passing, bro. Terrible. So I don't know, 80% between him and AD, 20% LeBron, just because, on some level, LeBron only played the 2 games, so he can't say anything at all. But when they lost, I still like LeBron is the number one on there. And so because people always say LeBron is practically the GM of the team, LeBron allowing it to happen, though, bro. So I would keep my eye on it, though, man. But listen, I don't see how you can win, how they're going to win having Russ play like he on the Wizards, bro. I just don't.
Again, that's like I said, it's too early. It's too early.
It's early. Now,
same way with the Nets. The Nets are struggling. Have they even won a game yet?
Yeah, they won a game. Yeah, and listen, the thing that I think that the Nets, so when I look at the Nets, I think that what they're coming into is a scenario where not only is James Harden asked to do the point guard, but I think that the referees are calling the game differently for James Harden, right? So I think that one of the things that he's gonna have that he's probably gonna end up having to do is just say, all right, dude, if you already are just good, then just go out there and be good. You don't have to do all the extra stuff though, man. And so I think that he has that adjustment to make. In addition to him making the adjustment of playing point guard still, though, man. So I think that both teams have time to figure it out. But I think that, to be honest with you, man, I think that it just seemed like the Nets issue is more fixable to me.
I mean, you're asking both teams for them to change the way that they play. So that's interesting.
I don't know. But listen, surprising though, this season,
Mhm.
there are a few things that I have been very surprised by this season. Um, I have been very surprised at um, Lamelo Ball. Like I knew
Mhm.
that he was good. And when they finally said, "All right, we're gonna pull the reins off of him and we're gonna let him go," I think that I absolutely love at how comfortable he looks on the court. It's almost like I've been knew I belong here. So that's one of the biggest surprises that I've had. And to be honest with you, I'm also surprised at how effective um, Lonzo has been out there in Chicago, man. Them boys look like they could be something, man.
Yeah, pretty dope to see them. A bunch of young teams is getting busy. Memphis is getting busy, like you said. The
What's your
Hornets
biggest
are getting busy.
surprises? Biggest surprises to you so far?
Memphis. Uh,
Memphis?
yeah, Memphis. I'm really surprised with both New York and Chicago. Um, so yeah, just I'm liking to see that the young teams are stepping up. And I was talking to somebody at work because of course he was like he had already gave up on the Thunder. I'm like, listen, bro, I've watched every single Thunder game and I've seen them improve. Uh, one with lineups, with the way that they move the ball. I mean, they're still a young team, they still making mistakes, but that win with the regardless of whether the fact that LeBron didn't play or not, they still beat the Lakers. In their mind, look, we beat the Lakers. Y'all came here and we beat y'all. And so I'm really impressed with, like I said, just the growth. I love to see Derek Favors play. I really like Giddy. Um, yeah. So yeah, these young teams, man, are what's impressing me.
Speaking of young, the other day I saw something that said that the Houston Rockets played four guys that was 19 years old. Now, one of the dudes who was 19, this boy like he got to be at least 35. I know he looks older than us though, bro. Said this boy 19 years old, and I say ain't no way. But yeah, a lot of young boys out there getting it though, man. But some of the ones that I've been seeing, I like I said, very impressed by Lamelo, very impressed by Jalen Green.
Yeah,
Uh,
bro.
one of the people. Mhm.
Did you see that boy D Rose putting it on John Morant?
Oh yes, I did. I did. Um, listen, and speaking of other players, right, that I've been following for a long time, I gotta say this as well. So I mentioned to you before that I've been watching the boy Mikey Williams for a long time. Like I've been watching Mikey Williams since he was, I think he's like a junior now. And I've been watching Mikey Williams since he was like in seventh grade, though, bro, dunking. Well, Mikey Williams just recently signed like a multi-million-dollar deal with Puma. So here it is. He's in 11th grade, and he basically signed this, getting that bread out here, though, man, with Puma. And I think it makes sense because a lot of the guys that Puma have on their roster of players, very young guys. And then aside from that, though, man, it gives him and them the opportunity to kind of benefit off of his already booming social media presence, though, man. So it's one of those things where you kind of see this new ruling of the likeness and being able to get endorsements. But I think the other thing too, though, man, is that it's that new wave of young boys out here really getting that bread early, though, man. It makes you more conscious about your brand, though.
Absolutely, man. I think that's dope. And the fact that they're giving creators some of the same deals like they're doing these ball players, like J. Cole having his own and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's dope.
Hey, real quick though, man. So right around now, right? It's always one of those times we were talking about people in Halloween costumes like us, right?
Yeah.
Who do you usually see kill it in Halloween costumes? Like which one that stands out to you?
I remember Dame Lillard came to the arena one time as Stone Cold Steve Austin. That sticks out. Man, I remember like some people actually getting like the expensive costumes. I can't uh think of any off top because I mean, shoot, like you said, we missed a year by 2020. People wasn't really getting it down like that. So yeah, who you got in mind?
So I remember that boy Chris Brown went as Deadpool a couple of years ago, and he had the whole Deadpool costume, hopped out the Lambo, everything. I mean, it was Deadpool all the way out from head to toe. I think that Sierra and Russell Wilson always do a dope job at being able to flip what they wear, and they do a couple thing almost every single time though, man. Those came to mind. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I don't know, man. Like it's always interesting though, man. I do look forward to seeing. I can't lie. I do look forward to seeing who has the creative ones. Like I like to see people who go as far as saying, "Oh, they might make a Halloween costume for somebody who was part of a meme or
Yeah,
something like that." Like I do like the creative ones though, but I do look forward to seeing the different celebrities out there wearing their things though, man. So yeah, I can't front.
yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm sure the pictures will be coming out. I know people probably having Halloween parties tonight and tomorrow. So yeah, the pictures will be out, and all these celebs is gonna be doing their thing. So
Yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
with
yeah,
this
yeah.
being one of the years that people are actually getting out and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, I think that. Let me ask you this though: who you looking for with as far as the girls that come out with the extra sexy costumes? Who got it?
Oh, Cardi got it this year. Cardi
Cardi
got it.
gonna do it?
Yeah. She probably, I'm pretty sure she probably already back in shape. I'm sure Cody and Brandy Rhodes is gonna be doing something. Let's see here. I can't wait to see what Meg do. I want to see what these wrestling girls do.
Ah, I mean they already, what I'm saying, they should already have the body for it to do whatever though. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting though, man. Very, very, very. I do, but I said I do like when people go all out for it though, man.
Yeah, because Selena Vega, she does cosplay for real.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, it should be good though, real good. Let me ask you, John. We were talking about this last week too, man. Are you real big on any? Have you seen Halloween yet? Any? I saw Antler is another Halloween movie that's out, Antler Man or whatever it is. Oh man, like you checking anything for this year?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get into watching some stuff on Saturday. Uh or maybe, even Sunday afternoon or whatever like that. Because I know Charlie's real. Oh, excuse me. Charlie's really big into doing like family movies, but of course, then we can't get to be real scary with her. So I'm still trying to desensitize her to a bunch of, trying to let people let her know that people are dressed up, and this isn't real, and this is for like this is just a big old. Everybody's just basically dressing up, and so I'm trying to get her to that point so I can desensitize her to like that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that the interesting thing for me is that I think that this year Landon is in middle school, so I think that because he didn't want to get a particular costume, that kind of told me that he is officially grown out of the costume phase. I don't know if it'll come back though, but he's at the too cool for the costume or too big of a costume thing now though, man. So that's the biggest change. So I suppose it'll just be us passing out candy this year, though, man. So, which I'm always a big. I mean, I'm a good candy giver anyway, though, man.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep, yep.
that's what's up, bro.
Were you already in costume there, bro? I figured, listen, we can run through these and get you in and out since you got a whole nother party to go through, and you got to get my little mama with the tattoos on the face, though, man. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on that note, listen, if you haven't already, we said it before, be sure to like and subscribe to the Flash Brothers page as well. We are live on Facebook and YouTube every episode. Ace Kennedy,
yeah.
I thought you was gonna have some thriller lined up or something.
Nah, I ain't trying to get us struck, bro. I ain't trying to get us struck.
Well, let's get that OG going there, man.
Especially not Mike. They come after folks.
They come after all the money.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you
of all time.
smell what the